Could you send the link to Sherilyn Parsons? Again, she's not able to find her link.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right, Megan, kick it off.
Okay, this meeting is called to order at 5:33 p.m. Can we please have a roll call, Jamie?
Sure. Tammy Wright? Margaret Wilson?
Present.
James Martin?
Present.
Megan Buwalda?
Present.
Mina Shakir? Candace Howell?
Here.
Thank you. Tiffany Burns?
Here.
Betsy Farner?
Present.
Chelsea Vieri?
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we do have quorum, so we'll be able to proceed. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented for tonight?
So moved. Margaret Wilson.
Thank you. And a second?
From Betsy.
Chelsea Vieri for support.
Thank you very much. Did everyone receive and review the October 2021 minutes? And can I get a motion to approve?
Candace, a motion to approve the October 21st minutes.
Thank you,
I
Candace.
second that motion.
Who was my second?
Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. Approving, let's say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion passes. The minutes are accepted. Do we have any citizen comments on non-agenda items?
There are no citizen comments at this time.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to old business, the application committee and pre-submission training. Antonio, will you be speaking to this?
No, I thought, Chris, were you gonna speak on it?
Yeah, I mean, we had the training, I believe, on the 4th. We had 2 sessions. Probably, actually we had a pretty even number, I think, between the morning and the afternoon sessions. So I think we had probably around 16, 17 people altogether, on there. So, yeah, so, the deadline is coming up Thursday. We've already got one in, so, yeah, deadline is, or Friday, I should say, sorry, Friday, it's Friday at 4:00. So, anybody's got any questions or anything on it?
Well, yeah, I have a question. So we won't be able to do the scoring until the deadline's after, right?
Right. We'll get them and then we'll package them up and then we'll give them to the scoring committee. I think.
Yeah, so it'll take about a week or two because the city staff reviews them for completion and gets copies to all of us, and we have to swing by their office to pick them up. And then we'll have a week or two for all of the committee members to individually review and score the applications. And then we'll begin meeting as a group to discuss them.
Yeah, I believe it was the 17th. We're going to turn them over to you guys.
Perfect. December 17th, you'll have them ready for us to pick up.
Yeah, that's what we said in the application. So
perfect. And then can you, Chris, for our new members, tell them where they'll be able to pick that up?
Oh yeah, we'll be here at 241 South Rose, Suite 100. We're on the first floor here. Yeah, you can always reach out to me to make sure that somebody will be here.
Right.
If you know what time you're coming to pick them up, you can always just give me a call here, and then just to make sure I'm here, so you can pick it up.
Yeah, usually at lunchtime, just to chime in real quick, is our front door is usually locked. So if you're coming at lunch, you need to let Chris know or staff know that you're coming, so someone could be there to get your information or provide your information.
Can I ask Chris a question?
Yeah,
Out of those, like you said, there were 17 people altogether in the trainings, those 2 separate trainings.
right, right.
I've never known us to really have very many applicants that complete the application process and are move on to scoring committee. Do you
Right.
anticipate an increase in applicants that complete their applications? And so, I mean, rather than 4, are we going to have 10?
I don't think we'll have, you know, I mean, I think we might have a few more than we did last year, because, you know, we had our, you know, just our usual kind of suspects applied last year, but I think the number will probably increase a little bit this year, but, you know, I mean, it's hard to say, you know, but
Yeah, I've just not known it to be very many applicants. Some start and don't finish, you know, they don't meet
right,
the
I
minimum
mean,
criteria. But 17 people in that training seem like, you know, an encouraging number.
yeah, so, yeah, but, you know, like I got a phone call today from somebody, I sent them out a copy, so, you know, you got 3 days, so I don't know.
Okay,
Chris, can I make a request of your team? One thing that would be really helpful before we get the binders to do the scoring is to receive some information on previous year applicants, awardees, and if they're in compliance and where those projects are at.
Yeah, I could put something together. I mean, do you want me to put something together as far as, well, I guess when we know the applicants, just put something together, you know.
Yeah,
as
I
far as,
guess
like,
I'd be
previous
curious, even if someone's not applying for funding this year, if they have an open previous funding year, I'd be curious for a status update on that. But it would be especially important for people who are applying for funding this year.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can put something together for you. Yeah.
Okay, I believe, is it correct, we have 2 funding cycles that are open right now from previous years?
You know, as far as subrecipients, through you guys, yeah, I would probably say yes. I think,
Okay, yeah, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, so if you
Yeah.
could just get us that information by December 17, I would appreciate that.
okay, yeah, I'll put something together for you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments about application committee or the pre-submission training?
I just have a curiosity. Is there any sort of survey that goes out to kind of figure out what gap there is between the people who attend the trainings versus the applications we get, to see if they don't meet minimum qualifications, it was too short a time, or just kind of some feedback on that?
I mean, I've never, I've been here about 2 years. I've never received any kind of feedback, you know, as far as
Gotcha.
from maybe people that did go to training, but, you know, just didn't apply. So,
Thanks, I was just curious.
Tiffany, do you have a question?
I do. I have a little input. Just kind of talking to a few people who, you know, attended the training and also are trying to apply. They are having difficulty with the application. They're saying it's too long and too tedious, and just a thought process maybe in the future. Maybe there could be like a training or a session to help people fill out the application, certain parts of it. I'm hearing that it's kind of tedious if you don't have the right person to help fill out the actual application.
So you recommend an application walkthrough training?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
What sort of resources are available from the city? If Tiffany has folks who are struggling with the application, can they reach out to your department and work with someone still this week?
The answer is yes, they can reach out, but with the short notice, They can
Mhm.
always reach out with questions. We couldn't, like, sorry to say what Ms. Howell was saying about walking them through the application, but we can answer specific questions in the application. Yeah.
Okay, and
Okay.
what's the best way for them to get in touch with your department?
Pretty much the office number, official office number is, of course, area code 269-337-8044. And pretty much they can ask for Chris, and he'll be able to get back to them.
Okay.
Tiffany, do you
Yeah.
think they'll be able to get that out to the folks that you had heard from?
Yes, I will let them know.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
did like Chelsea's idea about some kind of a survey for people who attend the training, but then don't well, I guess it could be for everyone, even if they do submit an application, to see if the training was helpful and what hurdles that they might have had.
Right.
That could be really helpful for the application committee next year as they reevaluate the application.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of feedback from the training, Chris? That they at the time of the training?
No, I mean, not directly in terms of,
Okay.
like
I didn't know if it was
critiques
a
or anything like
survey
that.
form.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Betsy, did you have a question?
No, I did not have a question. I was just saying hi to Tammy Ray.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the idea of application walkthrough as a follow-up, if people wanted to sign up for that, and I think we'll take them through the regular process, but like I said, if we went through the application with folks, see if they have direct questions, we can go through the pages and see where the issues could be, or concerns, or clarification, probably in some areas that they need some clarification, what we're looking for. I think that'd be great for the future.
yeah. Any other questions or comments or feedback about this agenda topic?
Nope.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know the stipulations for the grant included youth development. When I was going through the application, I saw nothing concerning youth development, and a few people were inquiring about the youth development section. Is there a specific part on the application they fill out, or is there another application? Is there funding for the youth development part of the grant?
Yeah, we were, there were sections that still end up getting kind of left in, as far as like youth development, in the beginning parts of the application. I mean, we did really want to kind of concentrate just on affordable housing, but, we decide if people, do want to apply for, some CDBG funding for a youth program, that, they can do it, and they can use, the CDBG application, in there. And, if they still have any questions or anything, they can always give me a call too, if they got questions on the youth development and they're
Okay.
applying for funding. So, but yeah, we decided we would, because there were still some parts, in there that still kind of mention, youth development. And that is one of the goals for the, under the 5-year consolidated plan. So, yeah, we decided people do want to apply under, they do have like a program for youth that they could apply.
Okay.
Okay, hearing no other questions or comments, I'm going to turn this over to our chair, Tammy Ray, to continue on to our next agenda item.
Megan, thank you so much for stepping in for me. And I'll note that I'm president from the city of Kalamazoo. In our next agenda item, are we at new business, Megan? I'm sorry. Okay. Graphic packaging steering committee request. Antonio, is that your, Chris?
That is me. So if no one's have heard, Graphic Packaging on the north side did a major expansion, around $600 million investment in their complex on the north side, still under development to be completed, hopefully end of this year, first part of next year. And one of the agreements that is being pretty much drawn up as part of their tax abatement that they received is that they have to pretty much engage the community, working with the city for a community benefits agreement. And I think I've stated like a couple of years ago, coming to a meeting, is that the objective of this group is to be pretty much a community advisor group to pretty much us as the city. And one component that is brand new is we're creating this community benefits agreement with our tax abatements and probably other benefit components. And there's always in that component advised that we work with the community. And it's like, do we have a community group? And my answer was yes, we do have a community group that is made up of community members that gives, pretty much in our case, CPED, feedback and assistance with what the community is looking for and educating the community as well. And also giving feedback to our neighborhood associations. And usually we have a neighborhood association representative on this group as well. So my answer was to pretty much management in the city and the community is that we have already a community advisory group that's designated by the city to work with us on literally right now, as we just talked about, CDBG dollars, federal dollars. So why wouldn't we engage this group with working with us when we're trying to work with businesses that are developing and expanding on community engagement and investment in the city, with communicating to the community back and forth as a dialogue of what the community not only wants, but also feedback on what the businesses are doing with their growth and expansion in the city of Kalamazoo. So my recommendation was utilize this group going forward with this new initiative that we're implementing, in this case with a tax abatement for this development expansion on quote unquote the north side. Now, if this group says you're not the right advisory, community group, please tell me and I will stop.
I like the idea.
I do too. I was like, I think if you don't know, I'm gonna give you a heads up right now. We have a lot of things we as CP&D, the city, have to do going forward with community engagement. And I want to utilize this group that I think is very important, not just for CDBG stuff, but I think community engagement in general, because you guys represent multiple areas of the city. You're the community representatives. And I think you need to be more involved when we're having community dialogue, that your group should be involved as giving us advice and feedback on your opinion for being the representatives of your community. And one thing I also made clear is that a number of our representatives that going to be county representatives and city representatives, and in some cases even state representatives, have come out of this advisory group. This group has birthed a lot of great politicians, quote unquote, locally. And we hope more, quote unquote, individuals will get involved with this group so they can, quote unquote, be, they say, educated on how important your involvement not only is, but your opinion on what we do as a city on a regular basis. So pretty much I would want to recommend that, of course, we have the chair involved with this steering committee, which is going to be made up of representatives from graphic packaging, representatives from the city, myself, city manager's office, city attorney's office, and then representatives from this committee, the chair, and then another representative. I recommended James. Pretty much James can say, no, he doesn't want to do it, and someone else can step in his place, or this group can say, no, we just want our chair to be
I'd
representative.
be happy to do it. I'd be happy to do it.
If James, you don't want to do it, then you guys can.
I'm happy to be involved, but I'd love to have Betsy with us if possible.
Yeah.
Tammy, need your feedback.
So I am, of course, interested in serving on this committee. I wanted to know though, is it just me, James, or myself and one other person, or is it open to our other or our North Side representative who sits on this committee? As we're talking about graphic packaging, or is this committee, is it just specific to graphic packaging, or will it be for other things as well?
Yes, it will be for other things as well. And we may have another tax abatement first part of next year. We're probably going to have a community benefits agreement with that group as well. And so we'll probably involve this group in that process as well, with that development. So don't want to overwhelm the steering committee. So I would like to have 2 or 3 would be the max, but definitely 2 from this group. Because my issue is I always got to be careful. You don't want to get close to quorums and questions from the community that that this group is making decision or this group is making decision. So we want to keep it as balanced as possible.
Okay, I saw Candace raise her hand. I don't know if she was volunteering as well.
I always volunteer, but I just think that if you agree to do this and James agrees to do this, and there's already one other person that's volunteering and he needs 3, I'm all for, especially our new member, getting engaged in the work, of subcommittee work. So I'm just here. I mean, I would be backup, but initially, I think the 3 people that just said A are good folk. So, including you.
Thank you, Candace. Chelsea?
I would just say I would be interested in well, but I think it'd be important to prioritize representation from the North Side.
And just to be clear, so while we're working on this, myself and the representatives will come back. We'll have it on the agenda to give a report. If necessary, every month, every other month, whatever the feedback is needed. Because the issue with this is not this is going to take all year. No, this is like a 3-month, 4-month process to go through, make the recommendations, and then we take that recommendation back to the city commission on whether agreement has been pulled together and present on that agreement as well.
I think when we're talking about graphics packaging, it makes a lot of sense for the North Side representative on CDAC to serve, but I want to allow the flexibility that when we're talking about other tax abatements, that we bring in the specific neighborhood representative as appropriate.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not a problem. Now, you need to clarify our North Side representatives is going to be available, because is she going to be available?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
We also have an East Side representative. I think the East Side has also been impacted by graphic packaging. So I don't know if she's interested in serving in the absence of our North Side representative.
Now, this is why I brought this to this group, because you guys got to make a decision who because you just brought up 2 great points. You got East Side representative, you got a North Side representative, and then do you do the chair? Because you want at least 3, right?
Yep.
Is that your recommendation? But
that is quorum, so we have a little bit of wiggle room before we hit that. I think at the very least, I'd like the North Side representative to be invited. If they're not able to attend, that's fine, but the East Side representative probably should also be invited.
Agreed. Tiffany, are you interested?
I'll represent.
Thank you.
All right. So what do we have? We have Tiffany. Oh, let's clarify the number here now, because we're looking at 4. Can't get to 5. All right.
We're not. We're at 4.
Right. Okay. So who do we have?
We have myself, James, Tiffany Burns, and then we're going to invite Amina, I believe, is the North Side representative.
Yeah. Correct. All right. Now, sorry to say, I'm gonna need you guys to probably make a motion on this. That's going to be your representatives to be involved with this. And like I said, there should be another. Usually don't have this many tax abatements, but we probably have another one next year. And then we'll go through the same thing and get representatives and everything. Now, in this case, this one is not in the neighborhood; it's out in the industrial area. That's probably coming next year, but we'll still try to get 2, 3 representatives, or 4, depending on the situation.
Okay. Is there a motion?
What specifically do you need a motion for, Antonio?
That the representatives that you identified is a recommendation to be on the graphic packaging steering committee for this period of time.
I'll make
Okay,
the
so I'm
motion.
happy. Oh, Betsy, go
Would we
ahead.
first need consent from our missing member before we make that motion?
Yes, put it this
Should we
way.
make a motion for the agreement to change our relationship or?
I think we make a motion to invite the North Side representative
And the East Side representative.
and the East Side representative. And then the two that are on the meeting that agreed to it are also specifically named.
Yes.
Well,
Tiffany
the East Side
agreed.
representative is here.
No, she's saying to make it a smooth recommendation to do it that way.
That's fine. Go ahead, Megan.
Yeah.
Betsy, do you want to make that wild motion?
Yep. Yeah, I can't repeat it.
You have to. That's the part of it. So I guess I'll give it a go. I'll give it the old college try. I motion that we create a subcommittee to address the tax abatement for graphics packaging, and the members of our committee that will be on that subcommittee will be our chair, Tammy Ray. Did we decide Betsy or James? James.
James.
Martin.
'Cause he's got more
We'll also
experience
be
than I do.
inviting the CDAC representative for the North Side and the CDAC representative for the East Side, as those are the two impacted neighborhoods by this proposal.
Is there support? Jamie, did you get all that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and just Jamie got it all, but we got to replace the sub with steering committee.
Sorry, steering committee.
Yes, that's okay. We just want to replace sub with steering committee.
Thank you. Is there a support?
Yeah, I support second, Candace.
Okay, so it was properly moved by Megan, supported by Candace. Is there discussion? No discussion? Okay. Jamie, you wanna do a roll call vote?
Sure. Yep. Tammy Ray,
Yes.
Margaret Wilson,
Yes.
James Martin,
Yes.
Megan Buwalda,
Yes.
Candace Howell,
Yes.
Tiffany Burns,
Yes.
Betsy Farner,
Yes.
Chelsea Vieri.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Motion carries.
Tammy, just real quick, I'll provide the whole board with more information in the next couple of months, not just the member representatives, so that the whole board can see what's going on and have information as well. So we'll give the reports, of course, but we'll provide as much documentation as possible to the whole board so you know what's transpiring with the process. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Is there any more discussion on this before we move on?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Communication, members reports, and staff updates. Are there any?
Just one quick question regarding the scoring committee. Jamie, could you, when we're getting close to December 17 or maybe before then, send an email to the members of the scoring committee so we can start a dialogue about specific dates?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Megan, could you just remind me who's on the scoring committee again?
That's a great question. I hope to find the answer when Jamie emails us.
Oh.
I'm the chair.
I think
Candace
Candace.
is
Just
I'm
curious.
on the scoring committee.
Okay, any other communications, any staff updates? No, okay, we'll move on. Are there any citizens' comments?
There are no citizen comments at this time.
Thank you. So if there's nothing further, we are adjourned. Thank you all. See you next month.
All right. Thank you. See everybody next month.
Okay,
Everybody
thank
be
you.
safe.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Be safe, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
See y'all later.